Welcome to the On Deck podcast for all your baseball DFS needs with your superstar host, fantasy baseball experts, Casey, Bubba, and Bogman. On Deck podcast is sponsored by LineStar app, the #1 top-rated data and analytics tool for daily fantasy sports.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the On Deck MLB DFS podcast, brought to you by the wonderful people at LineStar Sports. Make sure you check them out on Twitter at LineStar MLB and at the LineStar app. And make sure you check myself out at VD Entric and my wonderful co-host Bogman at Bogman Sports. And I just got to give him the mic because he's going to make me keep laughing because he's shaking the heads of the Giants keep dominating the D-backs right now. So, Bogman, how are we doing tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's just – I hate how much pep is in your voice right now. I just despise it. You know, it's 7-zip. It's in the 9th. Like, the game is over. I am
triple.
I am so sick of this team already. I would probably die if I was doing the Carl's Jr. bit this year. So yeah, Brandon Belt's hurt at least. So there we go. A little less of a smile on Bubba's face. So that the reasoning doesn't make me feel good, but I am happy to see that smirk come off your face. But you know, it's been a weird day. A lot of weird injuries happening, Bub. None of our guys hitting home runs again, of course, but Jack Flaherty finally got rocked. He had a bunch of quality starts in a row. He got rocked. Burns got pulled early. It was a strange one. How about old Dickie Mountain with 13 strikeouts? How about that?
Big Dick Mountain looked real good. Scherzer looked good. Yeah, Burns got pulled early. Musgrove was even crazier because at least Burns was kind of getting hit. Musgrove got pulled before the 5th inning was over just because they had a little bit of problem. He was dealing. He had 20 DK points at that point in time and got yanked. So that was a bit surprising. Tariq Skubal was your punt pitcher of choice.
Yeah, 9 Ks.
He looked outstanding again, fading the Cleveland Indians. Yeah. Something to it. So there's a reason we have a kind of strategy on fading certain teams. Does it work every night? No. Does it work way more often than not? Yes. So you just kind of keep going back to the well on those scenarios, and we'll keep doing that throughout the season. As things change, we will change with it. But should be another fun one. We have 9 games on tap for you on a Wednesday night. If you can go, before we get into the slate, if you can go on iTunes, if you're prefer listening to there or somewhere else, but go to iTunes because it's the only place you can really leave a rating and review with currency these days. So if you give a 5-star rating and review, we'd really, really appreciate it. Or if you'd like to watch the podcast, go to the LineStar YouTube page and subscribe, give the thumbs up, and share the podcast there. That would help out a ton. But there's a 4 or 5 game early slate, depending on which site you're on. So keep that in mind. We're not going to discuss that today. We're going to stick to the 9-game main slate. But if you have any questions on that good old LineStar app, you can get in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Download that. It has projections. It has values. It has stack tools. Everything for every single slate, showdowns to everything that you can think of, plus the chat room. And trust me, these guys in the chat room, they play all the slates too. So if you have any questions, go jump in there and check it out. But we'll start off with the 9-game slate here. Cincinnati at Washington. We have Jeff Hoffman taking on Joe Ross, over under of 9.5. And I knew it'd be a high total just based on the pitchers being thrown. Hoffman 63 on DK, 64 on FanDuel. Ross is 8K on DK with 62 on FanDuel. This game on paper should be a massive offensive game, but it's on paper. So what do you think here, Boggs?
Yeah, I mean, Hoffman, 1 quality start, 4 to 6. His walk rate is crazy. It's it's just at 5 per 9. His last quality start was on April 16th. Ross is a landmine, right? He's got 1 start of 10 earned runs, 1 start of 8, and everything else is 2 earned runs or less. So I'm going to avoid, like you said, I'm going to go ahead and stick to bats here. A lot of decent PVB data here. Josh Bell, 4 for 6 with a double. He went yard tonight, too. Soto, 2 for 5 with a double against Hoffman here. Trey Turner, 2 for 6 with a couple runs against Hoffman. Then we have Tucker Barnhart is 4 for 4 off of Ross. 3 for 5 for Castellanos with a bomb. And there's hot hitters on both sides. Obviously, Winker still swinging it good. Zimmerman, Schwarber, and Harrison have all been pretty decent recently, too. So this is a bats game for sure, Bub.
Yeah, very, very good one to go to. The Nats quiet against our buddy Mole after that great start he faced with the Giants. Kind of saw that one coming, though. That's baseball in a nutshell for you. But I definitely like going back to the Nats on this one. Hopefully, some sour taste in people's mouths after the Tuesday night performance, but lots to like against Hoffman, as you mentioned. The Schwarbaum keeps Schwarbauming, and Bell hit his home run off a lefty and Amir Garrett, so that was even more impressive coming from Josh Bell. But the Reds,
I mean, Amir Garrett has been horrific.
True,
so
fair. But Jesse Winker, I love Jesse Winker. He's expensive though, but I think he's still a great play pretty much anytime you can. Definitely a game to stack up, as you mentioned. Maybe see some nice value pop up. Luis Garcia and a few others have been starting to crack the Nats lineup with all the injuries they've had as well. All right, I highly doubt we have a total. We do. Wow. Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, Alex Manoah making his debut from AAA, big-time pitching prospect for the Toronto Blue Jays against Domingo Germán. The over-under is 9.5 in this one as well. So lots of offensive production possible on the East Coast. Manoah is 4,800. Manoah, sorry, is 4,800 on DK. Germán's 96 on DK, 9,000 on FanDuel. I'm just going to pass on the pitching here again, too, Bugs.
Yeah, I kind of like Germán, right? But 3 quality starts in a row. But Toronto has, they can just blow it up at any point. So I'm with you. Another game where this is kind of the opposite of yesterday when we had a rough time finding bats. Today, we're finding bats easy. A lot of PVB data here, too. Obviously, all against Domingo Germán. 2 for 5 for Bo Bichette with a double and a bomb. 2 for 7 for Vladdy with a bomb and a double. Also, 4 for 11 for Simeon with 2 doubles. 3 for 11 for Lourdes Gurriel. And there's been hot bats on both sides. Teoscar and Grichuk have been hitting it well. Gleyber Torres still cheap, and he's starting to pick it up again, 36 and 34. Aaron Judge, 56, 37. Your boy Miguel Andujar, Bub, 28 and 21. So if he's in the lineup, he's a good buy. And Brett Gardner at 23 and 2,000 has been hitting a little bit too. So decent players here as far as batters go. I'm not going to mess with the pitching, even though I do like Germán, not on this slate.
I'm pretty excited to see what Manoah has. It's the Yankees, it's the Bronx, so I'm just going to fade it. He's 48, so I get it if you want to get weird. I'm just not going to go there on this slate.
Yeah.
I do like the Jays bats, so I went to him on Tuesday against Kluber, super low owned. A lot of these guys are sub 2% owned on DraftKings. I'll go right back to that well. Vladito went deep. Lourdes Gurriel's homered in back-to-back games. Grichuk went deep. You can take advantage of Domingo Germán from time to time. So go back to the well. That Gurriel at 3K price tag, that's going to start rising very, very quickly. So jump on that one while you can. Let's head to Boston here. The Atlanta Braves at the Boston Red Sox. Drew Smyly, Nick Pivetta, over-under of 10 in this one. I'm always a big fan of fading Smyly, 72 on DK, 8,000 on FanDuel. Pivetta's 87 and 78. The Braves put up a nice 6th spot, I believe, on Tuesday. They're a good offense, but a frustrating offense. Marcelo Zuna left with an injury, so you might get some cheap Adrianza.
Dislocated 2 fingers.
2 fingers, yeah. Whoa. Nasty. Inciarte, so you can get some value there, but I'm pretty much on the bats in this one too, Boggs. Do you like the pitchers at all?
I mean, I like the pitchers, but once again, these are tough matchups. 3 quality starts in a row for Smyly, but I don't want to throw him out there against Boston. And Pivetta, 3 earned runs or less in 7 of his 9 starts, but once again, another tough matchup. So, yeah, it's all about bats here. You mentioned how Inciarte is going to play. He also has some good PVB data against Pivetta in his career, 11 for 25 with a triple, hitting 440. 2 for 7 for Riley with a bomb, and he is white hot right now and not overly expensive, 4,000, 3,400. Freddie Freeman, 10 for 30 with a double, a triple, and a bomb against Pivetta, and Swanson, 6 for 24 with a bomb. Then, Albies is hitting. Acuna is always hitting. Guillermo Heredia is cheap and hitting, 28-23. Boston is also hitting. Bogarts, Devers. JD went double dong tonight, didn't he? Kike Hernandez, Alex Verdugo. So, this is another stack. You can probably stack either side of the lineup for these first 3 games.
Yeah, you can definitely do either side. The only other guy I will mention here is Danny Santana from Boston. He's playing 2 homers already this year, a triple on Tuesday. So he's been quite productive. He has 31 on DK, 27 on FanDuel for another value in that Boston lineup to play with. But yeah, lots to like. Lefty on the mound and Smyly. So you got your it ups the love for Hernandez, Dahlback, some of those guys that you just want to see the home run ball. Really, really has some fun in those ones. But in the Braves, very live, as you said. So 3 straight games, 3 straight totals of 9.5 or higher. Going to be fun. It's almost like to see which ones are the lower owned ones and attack type situation, because should be offense early and often. We might get a slower pace in this one. We have the Colorado Rockies at the New York Mets. Yes, and Vegas agrees. German Marquez versus Marcus Stroman, two very, very good pitchers. And the over-under is 6.5. Marquez is 67 on DK, 88 on FanDuel. Stroman, 92 on DK, 85 on FanDuel. Give me all the German Marquez in this one.
Yeah, man. And Stroman for that.
He's very good too. Yes.
Yeah. And just, my notes for both of them say the exact same thing. Two of the last three have been quality starts. Love him here. So this is a game that is the opposite of the other ones. These are very polar here. It's polar opposites. This game, I want Marquez, I want Stroman, but Marquez is cheaper. So give me him. Well, he's cheaper on DK, 67 to 92, but he's actually more expensive on FanDuel, 88 to 85, which is a little surprising. But I'm all about Marquez here. There's a little PVB data. VR against Marquez is 4 for 10 with 2 doubles, 2 for 5 for Blackman against Stroman, and 3 for 9 with a double for Trevor Story. But neither side of this has been hitting very well. And like you said, the over is 6.5. So I'm absolutely all over Stroman here with you and Marquez.
Yeah, both are very solid. I like Marquez quite a bit. I think he has more strikeout upside than Stroman in this one. At $6,700 on DK is criminal. So I will definitely have a lot of Marquez at that price point. I think a lot of people will have a lot of Marquez at that price point. On FanDuel, though, they're both much more intriguing. I think I still lean Marquez over Stroman, but can't argue attacking the road Rockies. Stroman's been very, very good. Just need to get those strikeouts up a little bit more, my friend, and we'll really enjoy things. I have a lot of Stroman in season long. I was a big pound of the drum Stroman guy, so keep it going there, buddy. Kansas City Royals, Tampa Bay Rays, Mike Minor, Tyler Glasnow, over under of 7 in this one. The Rays are big boy favorites in this one. Minor's 8,300 on DK, 72 on FanDuel. Glasnow 10.5 on DK, 10.7 on FanDuel. I like Glasnow tonight. I think I'm just gonna keep it that simple. I like Glasnow tonight.
Yeah, I mean Toronto ate him up a little bit, but
I'll let that slide.
Yeah, this is against KC. So, yep. I like Mike Minor, but not against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is hitting too well right now. Pretty much no PVB data in this game, so I'm just going to stack Tampa Bay, right? Rosarena, Wendell, Choi, Lowe, Margot, Phillips, Zunino, and Meadows have all been hitting over the last week. Find a way to get some Tampa Bay in your lineup, wherever it is.
Yeah, and you can still go back to Taylor Walls of Tampa Bay's 22 on DK. And when you look at FanDuel, where is he at on FanDuel? He's not at second. He's at shortstop only on FanDuel. He's 2,100. So keep that in mind. The one thing I will mention is I'm not going to play him on Wednesday, but Adalberto Mondesi is back.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling frisky, he's back. And you can run on Glass.
He's cheap.
Yeah. He's $3K on FanDuel. On DK, as I pull that up right now, he is only $2,400. Now, even though I like Glasnow a lot, if you're not playing Glasnow, a $2,400 Mondesi is very enticing. Very enticing.
Can't steal first, but I love him still.
He went 2 for 4. He went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles on his debut. So that was against Big Dick Mountain, who threw pretty darn good. So keep that in mind. That's a very good price tag on DK.
He's so streaky. It's all or nothing with him all the time. So happy to hear that.
Yeah. Cleveland at Detroit on this one. This should be just a barn burner. No total on this one. Cal Quantrill is making the spot start for Cleveland. He's 5,500 on DK, not available on FanDuel right now. Against Jose Urena is 57 on DK, 6,000 on FanDuel. And honestly, Urena has been serviceable of late. Not a big strikeout guy, but serviceable. And he's got Cleveland, who likes to get no hit from time to time. So nothing would surprise me more than Urena getting the no hitter. That'd just be so 2021 baseball. Not saying that's going to happen, but he's serviceable.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be incredible. Not a bad matchup, like you said. He has already faced Cleveland once this year, but it was on April 11th in his second start. 4 2/3, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts, but 4 walks. So, but that was before he went on his little run. His last 2 games have been a little rough, though. So I think I'm just gonna, Urena is fine if you want a contrarian or tournament play or something, but I'm not gonna do it. I would stick with bats in this game, and there's not a lot to pick through. So this is one, that we could have probably skipped if we wanted, but Cesar Hernandez, Urena has been around forever. So Hernandez 10 for 36 with a triple and 3 homers against him, hitting 278. Ahmed Rosario against him is 6 for 15. So 400 with 2 doubles. And then, Ramirez has been hitting. He didn't hit a homer last night, but he's been hitting. Rosario's picking it back up. Bauer has been hitting. And then on the Detroit side, I guess maybe Castro, Badu, Cabrera. If you want someone from them, I probably won't have too much from this game at all, though.
Yeah, overall, I'll pass. Like, you can attack both these pitchers, but I don't see it being worth my while at this point in time to get too excited. The hitting conditions are favorable in Detroit, but the offenses aren't hitting favorable. So you go figure that one out for yourself. San Diego at the Milwaukee Brewers. No total on this one. Chris Paddock, 77 on DK, 75 on FanDuel. Adrian Hauser, not on DK, 6,400 on FanDuel is quite intriguing because usually it's the other way around. Not on FanDuel, but he's on DK. DK has Josh Lindblom. So,
well, he pitched tonight, so
it won't be him. Question. There you go. Should be Adrian Hauser then, which bodes very well for San Diego, Bogman.
Yeah. I mean, if you want anything here, I kind of like Paddock though. I know you're not a Paddock guy.
I can't do it.
His first quality start last time out, and I like him here. I don't remember.
Seattle.
Was it Seattle? Okay, well, this is Milwaukee. You know, and look, I said that again. I said that for Snell though, right? And Snell let me down. So I will put that caveat in there, but I think San Diego is going to be scoring him some runs as well. So I kind of like him here to get a W. Fernando Tatis Jr., Cronenworth, Profar, and Pham have been hitting for San Diego. I mean, in Milwaukee, it's only been Wong and Urias. So if you want to take a bat on their side, you know, God bless you. I ain't going to be doing it. So I'll stick with some Padres bats.
Yeah, I love the Padres tonight. Rate Cronenworth is super expensive, but worth it. Hitting third right now for the Padres. Tatis is raking. But I want to bring up Tommy Pham, who's been hitting second a lot. He has put up 11, 16, 10, 10, and 26. That's double-digit points in 5 straight games. He is stealing bases.
Stabbing? He's fine.
Yeah, he's stealing bases. He's scoring runs. He's hitting extra base hits.
They stole 6 bases or something crazy tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, they ran all over Corbin Burns, which is something that can be done, something to think about in the future. And the Padres have stolen, I think, 56 bases as a team, 21 more than the second place team, the Royals.
Woo!
They're running wild in San Diego. So
yeah, let's go, Chase.
That is a fantasy stat. So think about it. But I do like the Padres tonight. Like, I don't mind fading Paddock. I think there's other spots I like tonight, so it's not like a must for me. But I do like the idea of a Padre stack for sure. That's pretty darn tasty on this one. Let's go to Houston, where the Dodgers took the Astros to Pound Town on Tuesday night. Now we get Trevor Bauer versus Luis Garcia. Now, I don't know about you, Bogman, but I don't know what could be entertaining in this game. You know, Trevor Bauer pitching against the Astros in Houston. Don't know what.
Let me ask you this, though. Is there any worry about maybe a fight happening early in this game? You know what I mean?
Can one hope? But yeah, no.
Yeah, of course we hope, but
you're right. I see that.
I think for that reason, I'm gonna say. I mean, I think he Bauer is anyway. But no, I'm just saying if you're choosing between Bauer and Glasnow,
gotcha.
I'm just gonna lean on Glasnow because he doesn't have the potential for any weirdness in this game.
Yeah, he's 10-2 on DK, so it's very intriguing price tag, but I can see what you're saying there. That's for sure. What about Garcia at 9,000 on DK, 77 on FanDuel?
Yeah, pass against the Dodgers. No thanks.
Yeah, so you liking some bats here, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's Bauer for me. But if you want to go with bats, I mean, Muncy, Lux, Will Smith, Mookie. I know he has the shoulder thing, but I think he had 2 doubles tonight. Like he's fine. If you're not starting Bauer or you think he's going to get run early, Correa, Bregman, Tucker have been hot. There's also some PVB data against him for these Astros, but who knows how many, trash cans were used in that, of course, as my same joke I always say, but Altuve 7 for 23. So hitting 304, 4 for 14 for Yuli with a bomb. So that's a 286 average. So, it's bats for me in this game. I probably won't use Bauer or Garcia.
And what's great about Bauer is he wasn't even on the Dodgers when this happened. So
but he's gone after
he's full heel. He's ready.
Astros, for a while.
He's gone after the Astros, and he's embraced just hearing the boos in San Francisco and playing to the crowd there. He's going to hear more boos he's ever heard in his life, probably.
He is.
Night. So it's going to be an electric factory, to say the least. It's going to feel like WrestleMania. It's Houston, so I'm looking forward to it. Like if MLB Network or ESPN had any brain, and then maybe they did, it should be on TV. But we'll see. Final game of the night: San Francisco Giants, Arizona Diamondbacks. Johnny Cueto versus Merrill Kelly. Over under of 9 in this game. We have Cueto at 7,500 on DK, 73 on FanDuel. Kelly 7,068. I'm not going to go to Cueto. I can see an argument for it, but I'm not going there. I agree now with what you said on Kelly, but I can't fade this Giants offense.
Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of like Cueto. D-backs put up 0 runs today.
They did have 9 hits, though. They had chances.
They definitely had chances and blew it, but he's kind of like he's a landmine too. You know what I mean? So he could blow up at any point. Kelly, 2 quality starts in a row. He might be a sneaky play here, but like you said, the Giants offense is hot. So it's bats. You know, it's Eduardo Escobar, who's 3 for 9 with a bomb against Cueto. Reddick is 2 for 5 against him, and he's been in the lineup. Posey 4 for 9 against Kelly with 2 doubles. 3 for 8 for Brandon Crawford with a double. Rojas, Peralta, Dickerson, and Longoria. These guys have all been hot. They've all been hitting. So it's more bats than pitching in this game. There's not a ton of pitching to pick through on this slate. It's like Bauer, Paddock, I guess maybe Urania, Glasnow, Marquez, and Stroman. Those are the options. Everybody else for me is kind of off the table.
Yeah, it's pretty much like if I could narrow it down, I want like Glasnow, maybe some Stroman, and like German Marquez. Like if I had to narrow it down, give me those 3 guys, then I'm just gonna play with bats. Like obviously you're gonna sprinkle in a few more guys, like you said, because if you're making more lineups. But if you're kind of narrowing down your player pool, that'd be my main targets right now. It's Glasnow and then target the Colorado New York Mets game. And I mainly play DraftKings only. We talk about both obviously on this show, but that Marquez price is just dumb. Like that's just inappropriate is the way I see it. It was kind of how I felt about Glasnow. It was how I felt about Glasnow on Tuesday. It's my running joke I have a lot when I do shows like this, when we talk about the slate beforehand, and I go, oh, it looks like DraftKings was drunk again. This is fun. They totally screwed it up. So we'll see what happens there. What stacks do you like tonight? Because there is a lot of offense to like.
Yeah, man, I think San Diego against Hauser is a pretty good stack if you want to go that way. Tampa Bay is hitting, and I like Minor, but they're just hitting. So they're a good stack. I think either side of Boston, Atlanta. I think the Yankees potentially against the rookie in his first start in Manoah, and Cincinnati against Ross. I like. Yeah. I kind of like Washington against Hoffman too.
I'll say those first 3 games: Cincinnati, Washington, Toronto, New York, Atlanta, Boston. There's a lot to like there. If I have to narrow it down, I guess I go Boston because I always fade Drew Smiley, and I think Toronto be contrarian against Herman, but you can have any of those 6. I really not going to tell you no in those ones. And then I like San Diego, as you mentioned, a lot. And the Giants-Arizona game, I like the Giants more than Arizona, but I think Arizona is very live. The roof should be open again on Wednesday. That ball should be flying. If Cueto suffers at all, we know it can happen there. So that becomes very, very intriguing to me. And what else is intriguing to me, Bogman, besides downloading the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store and following LineStar on Twitter at LineStar App and LineStar MLB, is when you follow those Twitter handles, they will tweet out the home run calls of the day where Bogman, Ryan Humphries, and myself make a home run call of the day. And if you retweet those tweets, you are entered into a chance to win some free swag. If there's 3 people drawn, you're one of them. Home run hits, you win. Simple as that. Not asking for much. So, Bogman, on this Wednesday, May 26th, who is your home run call of the day?
Give me Nick Castellanos against Joe Ross. Swinging it pretty well, and he has a homer in his career off of him already, so he sees him pretty well. So, give me Casty.
I like that one quite a bit. I was going to take one from that game, but I am pivoting to Boston to keep my Drew Smiley love in line. And JD just dongs Martinez is going to take Drew Smiley over the Green Monster on Wednesday. So we're going to go strong there. You have Castellanos, who I'm always a big fan of. I have JD Martinez. We'll wait and see who Ryan Humphries has. But it's going to be a fun 9-game slate. We had all the pitching in the world on Tuesday. We have all the offense of the world on Wednesday. It'll be fun to see how things shake out and all that mess. But again, make sure you follow Bogman on Twitter at Bogman Sports. I am at BDentric and follow all the LineStar guys. Get the goods there, but we will be back with you guys on Thursday. Good luck, everybody.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the LineStar App On Deck podcast. Download LineStar app from the App Store or go to linestarapp.com for all your DFS baseball needs. If you love the On Deck podcast, support KC, Bubba, and Bogman by rating and subscribing. Good luck.